Opening fights, that was all great, and that was on that CT side 7-round streak. That's where they get to start here because Astralis on their map choice have picked the T side. Now that's something that we could heavily debate, but we'll focus on the game here as we're very quick towards CacaNito's new domain of mid, but it's down the window. This one is a bit of a matchmaking classic.
We've seen this one before, Chad, and with borup throwing the util as well, it draws their fire, draws their attention. blameF kicks and three on the USP. Okay, he's given them something to work with quite nicely now. The bombs will still go down. We've got Rushley and MC pressing all those buttons to tell you the story of Anubis. And right now, it's STYKO lingering towards Dark. Jacob from Temple side and CacaNito coming in from CT. So, 3 different avenues for this retake and no kit. Let's keep track of the time. Buzz trying to keep him busy. STYKO will activate cleanly onto Buzz, and borup not going to be fun for him. No armor, and 3 to find. He needs to be clean. Hasn't found the head yet. 1, could be 2. Hold your horses. Jacob just about pulls it across the line in time.
Oh, well, they're happy with that. The fist bumps come out, so we won't doubt the time there, as I can take my sky-high view and look on down at... Oh, very close there, wasn't it? Okay, maybe there was a reason to get a little bit sweaty about it, but Apeks, they knew that they had that one. They got their 10-second music on here, but this is great from Kixon, isn't it? 3 kills just over here towards the glyph position, just peeking out, poking holes in this, and STYKO catches an unsuspecting Buzz.
Whoa, they really cut that fine. I mean, yeah, had borup perhaps killed STYKO instead of that 1 HP left him on, Jacob would have had less likelihood to actually give him that.
Look at the buy. Tell me who won the pistol.
Astralis, right?
Yeah, right. So we have 4 Galils coming out here. A Deagle. Bit of util as well, and some warning shots fired off from Staehr here within the early stages. Devices posted up. Go for a later smoke after the flames. Allows them to stay somewhat jarring. And yeah, look, if you aren't watching the secondary stream, I recommend you do. And if you missed the highlight, well, we got it on YouTube. Go and check out the second round of that matchup. Blitz went mental with the Deagle.
Watch the first one as well, because it was a 1v2, quite an intense clutch out of Bemus, followed by a Blitz 4K. Very nice response, and the Mongols looking impressive. Device meets CacaNito's SMG, and Nork will manage to punish Buzz as well. So bomb now loose as it stands for this Astralis second round force. Rifle scooped. And bomb retrieved.
You're still happy with this, though, if you're Apeks, right? The way that those trades have gone down and how much time you've been able to melt off the clock. You did a good job of blocking middle, and now you're searching info over towards B long. So Jacob calls, hey, it's not going to be B through the long portion. Kixon can focus towards Dark. STYKO and Nork can now worry about A main and connected to A. There is still a lot of time for them to move here, but I think Jacob is in a power position to come... Oh, actually, he's pushed pretty far. Kixon's on his own.
Yeah. It's a scary position, often held, and blameF will put 1 into his teammate in pursuit of Kixon.
So they're somewhat boxed in here. I'd be curious to see if Nork pushes mid to drop down and come behind. Looks like that's what he's wanting to do here, because Dark is quite a key corridor, and trying to find an upgrade. He will find it. So Jacob from B long, Nork to drop down. Cheeky. Well, blameF is going to call that clear. And look how far Staehr's gotten off. This is very winnable for Astralis now.
Very winnable indeed. Staehr strikes. Jacob gone. Still concerned about that potential flank. STYKO does have a kit. They do have to get a wriggle on here. And now striking again is blameF. Oh, not quite clean on it. No hope for STYKO. blameF exists. And Astralis victorious in this second round wrestling match. And they're happy with that one.
Oh,
quite an intense start to Anubis.
Yeah, the fact that we get this back and forth nature is great. The trade out there in mid, I thought it was good for Apeks. I like the space that they were taking there. Kixon, he didn't even get that kill. It was the TK that came in to take down one of the Astralis members in towards the B bomb site. But nobody coming from Dark. It's such an annoying position to play if you're a CT on the retake and you don't clear this out. If you don't pincer it, because you can do so much. Things, if you get found out there, you can even jump back around the corner into water, and then they have to chase you. You tap the bomb, they can come for that peak. So it is an annoying position to deal with, and Apeks did not do that successfully.
I like this call. I really like this call. borup and Buzz going safe rugs. Staehr happy to try and kick open the fight in middle. No one close. Plenty of fights around the corner, and CacaNito strikes. Problems for blameF. Or not. SMG's laughing at him. Just holding them sideways. Quick drive-by from blameF, and Device leaves A site underguarded. STYKO can't get past him. That's the bomb, though, on Device. So they have the site, but they won't be planting anytime soon. Device has got to go around the world, go the safe route through boat.
Everyone else just needs to make sure that it isn't leaky just yet. They're jumping up. That's interesting. Taking a fight towards the heavens with pistols in the server. So a nice shot from Borup there. Blame on the lurk, of course, and just STYKO to find right now. So the Force by Walls will be won out by the Danes here. A 2-1 start, and this is looking fantastic for their play-ins campaign to progress to that group stage. Look, if you get it done in 2-0 fashion, can't argue with that.
And I also can't argue with Borup in that interview we heard just in between the maps. He talked about how he would love the idea of being on an Astralis that people are scared to play. You know,
Okay, yeah.
He liked the idea of people going, oh, fuck, it's Astralis, guys. Yeah, we drew Astralis. And I can see that. Obviously, that's an awesome idea. But I do feel like not only is that something he's aiming for, I think that's something that's attainable with this roster of 5.
You sure you see this
when
in the
jumping
replay?
headshot?
Yeah, right. And it was cheeky. He did like the heaven smoke and then the yeah. So that'd be my reaction as well if I was Jacob. I would be wondering why they're jumping up heaven against pistols first, and then I'd be like, how has he done it jumping? Like, why is he midair?
Why is he doing that?
That's
why
not
has
fair.
he done that?
He's done something that's a silly decision and made it work.
Which is even more
Which means it's not silly.
Yeah, it ain't stupid if it works. 5 USBs in a flashbang. And a lot of nade damage. Oof, their ears are ringing, their legs are shaking. And Astralis, AKs are connecting.
Blitz is 12-2 already. Like, I know that D-Ground was massive, he had 4 kills in it, right? So he's just continuing to farm here. It's not looking good for ITB. And it's not looking good for Apeks, but it's all right. The guns will come out into the next round to play. This has been the economical. Should be able to get another plant over towards that bomb side again.
Here I come.
Yeah, wow.
Licking his lips. He's got that Mac 10. He's had it for a while.
Hold on to it now.
Why would you?
Do it on a... Well, yeah, why not?
I mean, I suppose, yeah. Even Jacob's not got a helmet on. They're going to have
he's not keeping
light on funds.
He's not keeping it. Come on, Blame.
He had the
man.
He's treating himself right.
Come on, man. Kixon's got a FAMAS with no head armor. Like, that Mac 10 would melt it.
There's 3
Not
of them.
only is the FAMAS trash tier, he doesn't have any head armor. Like, it all could have worked out perfectly.
What's your review of the CS2 FAMAS? Is it slightly more exciting?
I don't think so.
Oh. Hugo was singing the praises of the CS2 Galil.
Okay. I think the Galil is very strong.
But it does just sound really nice.
It is
sound is like
strong,
half of our perception of it.
It's basically an M4, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is one way for Astralis to maintain some vision towards mid, and the Deaths did discuss CacaNito over towards his mid position. It's not an easy place to learn. They were talking about JO being there and having to fill in this role, and you can get caught off guard by very interesting timings and peaks like this. Great stuff from Staehr.
Lovely set piece out of Astralis there to set him up for a fight. Takes down CacaNito, opens up middle, Nork Staehr in a full white screen. Oh, again.
If I'm calling and I can get a player across to that side of mid and he can just stay alive now, job done. Like, that is fantastic work because it's a pivot point. Not only can he hear footsteps, he can always be annoying on the lurk. He has backed off the whole way, so will STYKO push the issue here? They don't have any info of what's going on mid. They have no idea if anybody's in A main. They don't know if anybody's outside of B long. They don't know if anybody's walked up on dark.
They are flying blind. STYKO going looking for answers, but Astralis go looking for the finish, the final flourish for make it 5 Danes.
Nork and STYKO pushing now.
Potentially 2, yeah. If they clear out mid, they might have chance to be behind them on the dark drop. This is nice work from STYKO. Does he have the balls to drop down dark? 3 members. Actually pre-aimed by device as well. Blame considering it as well. They'll go around the world instead, held by Staehr. Bomb, dark side. And perfect. He takes down Staehr, a quick headshot, an angle to be held. Borup opens up and Blame combines. And so Astralis with a heavy advantage to close out. This one bomb is ticking and the 4th round is looming.
Yeah, it was a good idea with the info push, right? But too little too late, and you're not happy to make that drop, and fortunate for them, because if they drop, device is sitting there with the AWP. Would have been a bit of a shooting gallery for him here. Couldn't find you a part of corridor to just line him up, knock him down. So, yeah, good idea from Apeks, but after losing that opening death, and here it is again. So you see the molly, it allows Staehr to pick behind it, right? It's given him an ability to take this peek towards camera, A connector, and it's one of those fights where if you're going to take, you can turtle up in mid, right? You can definitely turtle up in mid, but you don't want to do it super early in the round. You don't want to get pushed back with the early util exchange. You want to be able to stall them out, make sure you hold them at bay, and then after the first 30 seconds, maybe they can start taking some space.
That's almost why that death for CacaNito was so frustrating, as we just saw in his reaction, but it's because that Molotov you know, 50% of the time is just they going through the motions of denying mid from the CT.
Yeah, you block doors.
Yeah, there's not a Teed immediately swinging me on behind that, obscuring my view as well as his. So yeah, really cool from Astralis. They throw that in, and now he's going to be concerned about that every time he sees it.
Exactly.
It's going to be, you know, they could be grouped up somewhere else as that molly plumes, and he will be giving it too much respect. So
yeah,
really,
that's the conditioning we're talking about, right? And also, in these type of positions, with all the different variations on a new map, things are always changing anyway. So you're going to likely see something new, and well, this boost is not new, but this little one way from Buzz, he's getting cheeky with it here.
Yeah, that is cool. He set himself up to be threatening and peeking directly through main. They're already knocking on dark. Oh god, Nork is going to have a horrible time here. borup's definitely not pre-aiming this, so should have one at least. Being very, very important. Okay, Kixon's the one. The base of that operation delivers 2 on the Deeg, but it does seem like it's all for naught unless STYKO times this perfectly. He's been heard and then baits the shot. Reflash needs to continue to be kicking up a bit more. Nito behind him as well. Going to go for the wrap towards main. But just looking to hold on to this M4, I suppose.
Yeah, and that right there, Kixon's up to 5 kills now. That was 2 more kills in a very similar position as the pistol round. Remember when he got 3, and that was where their first and only round have come from so far. So
true.
Kixon, he's got the most kills so far on the Apeks side of things. Nork slow to get started, but if we reflect on what happened... Was that a table punch?
I would be getting a bit frustrated at this point as well. When you come into your map pick, you kind of told yourself, like, our map's going to be different.
Yeah, but this is the thing. So Astralis picked T side, and we know this is a good map for Ts, but we know a new map in the pool is going to take time for teams to work out how to properly play the CT side and deal with all the strats and everything coming their way. So the
Blame alone and likely out of the round. He will get time and space to get that bomb down, but with 14 HP, Chad, even that nade, they've got 2 of them, would be enough to finish off Blame.
Yeah, so if his position is noted here, they should just be able to finish him off, but it's a default plant. That means he can't extend towards CT or Temple too far, so we'll just have to tuck in and hope he can hit a couple of crispy ones. Now, where are you nading? I'm probably nading Dark, and maybe Glyph as well. And, oh, don't worry about that, he's going to peek in.
And STYKO collects.
Yeah, as soon as that position's given up low HP, that's the problem with when you're pinned in a position, especially if you're low. Like, at that point, you just have to sit and wait and hope you can hit the shot, or extend for the next fight. And hey, still a smile on the face. So they're not too worried about that. They did a lot of damage. It looked like it should have been their round, though. The device opener onto Nork, the spam kill from Buzz, and I hear it is from both POVs. So, yeah, Nork just stepping out straight into it.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, especially on Anubis, those are the kind of deaths that you watch back and you never die to again, right? Nork's aware of the way in which you have to play that. You just have a teammate telling you when he can and can't see that barrel. But a nasty one to concede, especially on your first CT AWP. You're like starting to get the juices flowing, or at least attempting to. Device, in the meantime, he's definitely set up for success. Literally and figuratively, as he's boosted over this mid-smoked stair, walks through. Nito holds on. Important kill for the Apeks defense here. Can they string together 2 consecutive? borup testing this A defense now. STYKO panic stations, trying to just survive and delay. Calling for the AWP, and borup into the site, into the loving embrace of that Nork Zoom banger. Save from the nade. 5 versus 2. Blame, though, on the warpath. Good for the first, but costs him a great deal. A dink to the dome puts him on 1.
They might be able to plant here.
Plant does look like it's going to be taking shape. Kixon rotating through the beach. Nork through mid.
We need to note with this site, it is very winnable.
Once that bomb goes down,
exactly.
it is one of the easiest to play the post plant. And very difficult as well, how you frame it. For the CTs, Jacob, perfect. Put that in your Pythag and smoke it. Kixon spotted, Buzz. Information goes both ways. 2 very low HP from main. If he can find the headshot, he can adjust. He's been tagged up and hunted by Kixon.
Good attempt.
An important one there for Apeks, as they do manage to humble Astralis a step further. A 3rd round, sure, but this is their 2nd in consecutive fashion, and this one with a few more hearts beating, gonna be a bit more flush on the economy. 2 AK-47s, an AWP, and Astralis have still got 10 Gs.
Well, this here, right, you see the move that's set up. The booster device to cover off towards the hut, the creep through the smoke from Staehr where he can't be spotted from that angle, that close fight. Good to see CacaNito ready for that. And then it was off camera because we were fighting towards A, but he also got another kill on device who was pursuing mid-late. I like the idea from Astralis. We'll try and take this mid space. If they're heavy mid, it means that A might be light on, but it was a good response time from Apeks. And they're back in this one. Again, it's similar scenes, right? So they have Buzz tasked with dealing with B long, then it looks like Staehr and Device work together mid.
Love this.
So much space.
This
you just have to pause if you're Astralis.
You can see that TU till T stairs, right? It's going to force. Oh, didn't get heard. Going to be fought, going to be peaked. Staehr was not prepared. Jacob takes him down. Now what do you do, though? Those smokes will be fading. They replace it themselves. Kicks and drops util to stop the immediate response. Borrow Ruggs hesitant. Blame concerned about any smoke pushes. So they've put Astralis on the back foot here.
Yeah, and they're dropping back now. So they're going to play out this number advantage. Now, if you're Astralis and you want to get this territory, you will need to do it together or diligently with utility. So you have so many angles to clear now. Now, the expectation at top tier Counter-Strike, are they really going to overstay their welcome? Well, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt here. The aggressive move out the gates has netted them an opener, and that is what we liked when we saw an overpass. Them being heads up, throwing flashes, setting each other up for picks. Well, they've started to do that again here on the CT side, and now another perfect info play. Nobody home towards B long. But look at Nork. Spotted one, stands out, grabs it, gets away. Perfect.
Astralis, they are in a bit of a tailspin in round 9. All that information Kixon was functioning with. Now they are trying to pivot back. STYKO will be present. Device trying to sell this fake as best he can. Kixon will get answers very quickly. Here they come. Oh, he hears it all.
Yeah, they're all rotating.
He hears it all. Lovely find. Device shot in the spine and Buzz.
Oh no!
Actually gives them a chance to plant.
They'll get the bomb down.
Yeah, in the flames, burning down. Jacob unable to stop that plant. 2v4 takes shape.
We've seen this one before.
Buzz and Blame. Kixon prepared for that swing. Lovely find. Post is second in this one. And Blame, yeah, we have seen trying to play the clutch out, but CacaNito's having absolutely none of it. That's a third now in consecutive fashion, and every single time they seem to be having more alive in these CT rounds.
Yeah, well, the last thing they need to add to that list here, if they want to make Santa Claus very happy, is stopping the bomb going down. Because if the plants keep coming in with the loss bonus building now, we're at 2,900 going into the next year. As we get this head-to-head, this is cool. What does Staehr see when he peeks out? Okay. Well, Jacob just ripping off that head, and Device caught with his back turned. But yeah, if they can deny these plants, they're going to make life a little bit harder for Astralis here. But if Astralis can continue to get in, even if it's threatening, so Apeks not out of hot water just yet. We get a dark smokes from spawn. The classic mid Molotovs in play here from either side. Wow, they are owning them, aren't they? ITB have only won 15 rounds this event so far, yeah. And that's elimination game, just to remind everybody. New additions of Bemis and Neo Frag replacing Cypher and Vault.
Glad I still got the ITB stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh, this one here. Now aggressive maneuver out the gates here from Apeks. Layering their util. A-main smoked off at about 1 minute 10 mark, so STYKO clearing this out. And staying active, right? These are the moves. You don't want to give them too much space, and if you do, try and get that back as mid-fortified, B with 2. STYKO playing for info close A-main, and Astralis just chilling right now. They have so many smokes left over, a lot of flashes, so they could go for a coordinated finish as long as Staehr gets this space. I don't think he spotted him. Shadow now. Oof. And CacaNito again looking much better, but traded.
Yeah, it's a hard role to play, and CacaNito has been handling it. Now mid is occupied by Bomb and Device. Buzz
A-split.
bringing it through. Borup does hold on. Nice adjustment. Left at just 1 HP. Nork's got too much on his plate right now. He's getting crunched. Oh, and he can't collect the shot either. Kixon and Jacob gonna have to fight in an impossible way back into that A site. You can see the bomb's already down, and Kixon and Jacob accept defeat.
Well timed there in terms of how they pin to that site together, wait for the connector players, throw out that one-way smoke to get them across towards the fountain position, right? There's so much pressure applied to Nork. You can see how uncomfortable he is in that scenario. It's like, well, I have to hold both angles, but if I do, I'm going to be overextended, and then as soon as you miss a shot, all over Red Rover.
It is the worst case, like, if you really wanted to create the nightmare role for that Heaven AWP, it's you lose your player, he says 2 main, and then they smoke and disappear as someone is coming and knocking on Akon. I mean,
Nothing
he just
can do.
Yeah, just head on a complete swivel. He had to be looking in 2 places at once, and it was a nice start, you know, taking down Staehr, a nice positioning from Mr. Nito, but that was about all they had to celebrate.
Yeah, you see how the setup kind of falls apart here, because once mid's open, STYKO's overstayed his welcome. So you wanted the setup where Nork could bait for him from that angle.
Sure.
They contact in, Nork takes the shot, STYKO swings out, right? But in that situation, STYKO has to pick, hope it's clear, try and take space, or fall back to sight. And on that well, little adventure back to site, Nork can't help you. So that setup had to change. So you can see why it looks so disjointed in that moment. And this will be the first tactical timeout taken from Apeks on the counter-terrorist side of things. See Castle here, behind that of Astralis with something to say. And Cuban on the other side of the server. So again, we need to set the expectations here. At the moment, we're still pretty much par for the course. If we continue in this fashion and we end the half a 10-5 or a 9-6 in favor of Astralis, I think both teams will be quite content with how the half has unfolded so far. And here is the B stream for your enjoyment. From orange to green, as Staehr, I was going to say, you're kind of walking quite the distance there, as it looks like a save over there on that B stream.
Blitz, just a casual 21-9.
Yeah, easy. Just another day at the office for the chess grandmaster. I don't think he's a grandmaster, is he?
Whatever the master is, yeah, whatever the master is that's pre-grand. And
Grand Elf.
We thought this wouldn't happen again, and it might not. He's flashed himself this time, and Device might get hunted. Great find onto Buzz. Jacob confirms at least 2 towards B.
Well, they just put Nork on the end of a fishing pole right there.
And ready for blame. Look at the pre-fire, 2 of them. Well aware of his flight path.
They take the timeout. I don't know what Cuban says in that timeout, but then they look themselves again, and they're active and they're doing stuff together, and you know, there's a little plan to it. Hey, let's do this thing again. Let's bait Nork. We'll flash for it. Then you can swing with the rifle. Then let's go. Like, that just showed me the communication in this round. Great.
Right.
Look how quick they reacted to everything.
And how quickly this looks like the overpass CT rounds that were making you love Apeks.
Exactly. So this is the thing, and because of the way this game is being played, they're throwing like big punches and then they're kind of stunned. So in this round, like, this is Astralis a bit stunned. It's like, well, we probably can't win this round unless they give us some free picks. We're still going to give it a go because we have all these guns. If we can't save with 50 seconds left on the clock, we might just lose everything. So they are hanging around, seeing if anything comes their way. Smoke at the ready from Staehr, same as Device. So going to try and test Jacob and Nork's sight here.
Uh-oh. Missed shot from Nork will give room to maneuver. Great extinguish to keep himself
But now they can plan.
And they will try and get that bomb down. Yeah, not willing to push the smoke is Jacob. Borup caught Kixon from the dark side. So Astralis, 3v4 now. This was a 2-man disadvantage, now 1. Staehr, loud, aggressive, leaps into Nork, takes the AWP down. We're calling 3 versus 3. He's not done. Staehr set up for success, and Astralis rip Apeks limb from limb. 3v5, what a recovery.
That one is going to sour the mood in a big way. We were talking about how everything looked great, communication all-time high. Nork drops a smoke. He had to. He was in a molly. He didn't have a choice. They used it against him. Perfect play from Staehr, and this is what you wanted to see. The flash to kick things off. Jacob comes out, gets in the opening pick. Aggression towards Dark Shore. A missed shot from Nork. Molly can come in now that he can't repick the line, and this is that smoke just before it's about to fade. Proactive approach in their face. They're now all worried about him in real estate that they didn't have a second ago. Platform was all theirs.
Truly, truly impressive retake there from, or recovery, I should say, from Astralis. Very, very impressive. The fact that Staehr gets so much done there and the supporting flashes to keep Staehr going. Yeah, Cuban.
Back-to-back timeouts.
Yeah, but I can understand it. As you've already highlighted, like, that was perfect. That start.
He looks a little bit more distraught than normal for a Cuban.
But because it was going so very well. That reaction to the timeout, it was instantaneous. We were discussing it. The shift back to the kind of more expected character on this defense. But now Astralis, they have rumbled and rustled the jimmies of Apeks. Look at what they're bringing and working with into this one. An AWP fully invested. Nork, no one else fully. So kind of a hero. Swedish AWP. Hello, Jacob. Goes fighting. Okay, Buzz. Safe from the spray. But there's still an AWP in the mix. It's not going to be really connected to any of this round, though. And so really, yeah, it's CacaNito looking for answers. If he finds that very hard angle into the head of Buzz, currently maintaining that info for Astralis.
You feel like you want to go aggressive, you need some answers running around like this. But if you go aggressive and you give away your life without getting anything done, then it's completely wasted. This is still on right now. If they can push out and they can find this secondary AWP, pick it up off of the body of Device here, that's great. And Nork is in a powerful position. It's not CacaNito right now, it's the big green. Oh, he's going to be mollied back here, so it has to respect that. Can't stand in the bottle of flames. Mid control now taken and suppressed.
Flashes in main at the same time. He has an opportunity. Buzz caught off. Ready for Borup. Nork racks him up, and STYKO's there for support. Apeks back in business, and Nork is the hero on that AWP.
Well, that's exactly how that setup on the site's meant to go. You see over towards Fountain again. STYKO there with the Deagle can activate late. They're all glued to Nork. They come on in. He's actually very active everywhere, taking fights, moving around. He looked much more fluid there, wasn't static, wasn't stuck, taking the fights on his timings. And some good stuff from Nork here. All started with Jacobs opening over towards B, but Nork really is the hero of this, and he had a pretty decent first map, I thought. Now he's up to 6 kills in total, so you can see that he has been having a rougher go here on map number 1. Sorry, map number 2.
Yeah.
Number 1 was what we were just talking about.
But the correlation between timeouts and Apeks rustling up a round or two, at least an opening, puts Astralis now on notice. Some small sacrifices to be made in the utility and weaponry department. I see Deagles, Galils, Blame, only a smoke to his name. It's a real opportunity for the CT side to start to close that gap further.
Which is crazy, right? Because we see the 3-on-5 come through, you think, oh, maybe a bit of complacency, or Apeks, you know, they lost that intensity needed to close that round. Then they come in and win one of their own, and now we see the double AWPs applied, which should free up Nork. Right, a lot more across the map. STYKO can play solo A with the big green. It'll free up Nork to be mid, over towards B, wherever he needs to find those fights. Vice has his as well. No dark smoke. They want them to push the issue and play for that info. And look at this one-way gap.
Can you see anything? No. Cool little smoke they've deployed, but unable to profit from it. Blame loudly trundling towards the dark position.
Neither AWPer has been tested yet, so we don't see a reaction off of Astralis once they feel the pressure. And it means that STYKO can hold on to this smoke for as long as he'd like. He's not under pressure. That oh, foot spotted. Nork, that's a freebie right there. A mid-round re-aggress on mid. Nothing, no smokes, no mollies, nothing. Staehr just getting cheeky with
later.
it.
You can see that, the body language clear.
Second AWP.
STYKO about to reveal. Ooh, get out of there.
That's a bad smoke.
It is. They might be tempted to play around that one. CacaNito doing the same in mid, looking for anything he can exploit. But it does look like they're pulling the ripcord, not interested in pursuing the A, despite finding the double or presence.
Well, if they want to go B, they have to go all the way through T-spawn, right? It's a long rotation. If you cross top mid, you will be in a warring position here. So another molly, 30 seconds left now. If they are going to try and go for this round, it has to be B. Jacob's still here, Kixon. Oh, he's still got a molly in his hands. This one is going to come down to the wire, Astralis.
Yeah. 4 of them running into Jacob. He'll hear them now. They're surely going to be rotating through. A flash would do everything. 15 seconds. Timing needs to be perfect. Kixon and Jacob do have help now. CacaNito on the flank through dark. Great from Jacob to start. Buzz, one back, but it's a Jacob double device. He's given him a second. Oh, and that's the bomb. And that's the round. Apeks hold on. And the double orbs are rewarded. And Astralis timed their worst enemy in this one.
Oof, and right there, trying to remove the AWP after time device, that would have hurt. He would have had absolutely no money in the bank balance. And the rest of this half would have been extremely rough. Now we have 2 rounds left here. Astralis are at the bottom of the barrel. Well, 2,400, not the bottom of the barrel. They can see it, but they're floating just above. Now, I don't know. Do you want to just go for 2 force plays back-to-back? We saw Apeks find themselves in a similar situation in that first map, right of overpass. Astralis are just going to try and use Device's AWP, which means everyone can buy next round besides Device, who'll have to use a pistol or something. But fair enough. They have a big weapon to try and find a fight. If they can get a M4 or something on the ground, they can get themselves another weapon to work with and see if they can turn this into a few more rounds.
I'm just admiring the setup. Nork and CacaNito should have mid on lock. Oh, perfect bait. Look at the teamwork. Staehr sets Device up for the info and the frag. They know where it is, and the rifle falls into Staehr's hands now.
Perfect. That's exactly what they needed to do.
Especially now if STYKO's going to get overwhelmed. They've called B clear. STYKO, where are you? Jumping into the site with AWP. He's got to hit more than one. Blame gone. Help arrives. The Eagle doesn't do it. Borup on the Glock delivers. Awkward for Nork.
They all have rifles now.
This really cannot go Astralis' way. Apeks biting through their fingernails for this retake. This has to be recovered. A single AWP in the mix. Glocks around it. And the bomb will be planted shortly. You can see there is a delay to that. Borup anticipating this flank from Jacob. But by virtue of that bomb, he has to go into the site. Timing favors Jacob on this one. Steps it through. Going to be overlooked for a moment longer. Backs are turned. Staehr considering and aware that that is a potential And he spots it out. Nice from Jacob. Stabilizes what looked like a panicked spray.
Borup's in trouble here.
Especially Device, been waiting for this. Get info on the AWP. 2 AWPs on the T side versus 3. Device has to do some combat AWPing here. Decisions to be made. Head on a swivel. Bomb is very far gone. We need to see a defuse. Device takes down Nork. Awkward still. Can Device come up? Clutch is looking good. 3 so far. Jacob is last victim. He has to be defusing. No kit, no time. Astralis with just Device's AWP. Leave with 8.
Oh my god, a huge round to pull off right there. One saved AWP. The decision not to force buy behind it. The faith in Mr. Device, Mr. Consistent, picks you up a rifle, and from there, they get the round done. It is insane how they make a round like that work.
I wanted to start my sentence by singing the praises of the mid setup. Like,
sure.
Okay, this is perfect because, you know, Nork knows there's an AWP. Where's he going to be going? Mid. CacaNito's holding the doors fight. But if CacaNito starts spraying at a Glock that just jumped across, and AWP has a lot of fun, and the round is lost.
Precisely. And you can see how frustrated he is right there, knowing that he needed to do better in that moment. Thinking...
Brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, mid is so brutal. He's done well, you know, at 9 to 10. And now it's 11, running him down, Staehr bullying him now. Nork can recover this. They're coming his way, but the flash was so perfect. And on the repeat, loses his head. STYKO, I like the angle. And the first, he'd need a whole lot more, and Buzz having absolutely none of it. Jeez, everyone looking sharp on Astralis to find that 9th, and it looks like it will come through. 9 for Astralis to boast as we swap sides. Let's see if this really is going to be that 2-0.
But it ain't 16 rounds against you yet.
Yeah, like I think after Mirage, they escaped it being like a worse scoreline, but actually still no hope of winning. Whereas maybe that's just going to be the case again here. So, you know, we'll have to see.
It's unfolding in front of our eyes. Blitz. Denied by blameF. Good hold. Rollins got the trade going down towards B. Double kill on the ramp. Neofrag drawn out of the cave. Techno's hands busy. Second player is also down. And so, ITB looking to make something of a CT side. The fight doth begin now.
Why did they say doth?
I don't know.
That just means does, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's a stupid question. It's like, why do we say does? We already said doth.
Why did they say thou? You know?
Thou?
You. No, thou.
Thou, yeah.
Thou doth.
You does.
Closed, as expected. Good. Good. Yes, that's right, Coach. Clap. Rally the troops. Remind them it's not over yet.
If you don't clap, you will cry.
Did you see that gift that Thomas received after his Paris run? I believe it was his brother or a family member bought him like a flintlock pistol. What the
hell is that?
A flintlock pistol?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like an old-timey one-shot pistol.
Oh, from DayZ?
Yeah, something like that. Speaking of Thomas, yeah!
Oh, okay.
Yeah!
Could take that home.
Big up King Charles. Got an ace. Man, but it feels bad for Thomas. Okay,
What's the
Thomas
flintlock?
Thomas is a nice guy.
Are you going to finish the flintlock thing?
Yeah, I mean, I could show. Well, I kind of was hoping that you would have an opinion on
Oh,
it.
I see.
What is your calling?
It's going to have to be some fantastic calling from Apeks on this T side if they want to take it to a third map. As they've got 6 rounds so far under their belt. I have to say, Astralis, yeah, they've been having a lot of fun and they've been making a lot of noise. Some frustrating round losses in that first half, as I think those replays are showing. CacaNito, believe it or not, he's the mid player. And he didn't have a whale of a time all the time in that first half. I've got Sponge here to provide all of that additional colourful insight into the beautiful game that is Counter-Strike.
What are we looking at here, MC?
I don't know. MC's going for a little tour
It's not very
of
smooth right now,
No,
MC.
what's going
on?
Oh, that's nice.
That definitely wasn't
That's-
a pre-done cam. That was free flying around.
Yeah.
Maybe this wasn't even MC.
He's doing it on a joystick.
Ah, okay. Well, jumping for joy will be Astralis after this one. They will be progressing to the group stage to join some of those bigger names. We've already had Mauser and Fnatic from the play-in make their way. But we've got Cloud9, Na'Vi, G2, Vitality, Heroic, Gamer Legion.
You read the script. Astralis make it, did they?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
With the Counter-Strike that they've been playing so far, I'm pretty impressed with this team. You know, I understand that it's remnants that were left over from the last roster, but they brought back Borup. They've got Staehr, the talent they were looking for. They made Blame the in-game leader. Device and Blame, when it was the old team, it was who's going to take turns carrying. Now I feel like they have a bit more support. Well, Staehr doesn't have an awful lot of that. He might have to dip back towards A.
Oh, he knows what he wants. He wants a smoke. So now it's wait it out or push the smoke.
They've locked them in the
Playing
coffin of
fade.
middle here,
Yeah,
haven't they?
I like the way you've described it, as it's time for me to take my medicine.
They're all just playing on the fade. Oh, they're faking it out. They're going to walk to B. This is very cheeky, even through spawn.
Yeah, this Device getting all the info. Should be dead. Would be if they jumped at him. Disappears and kicks and hits a long-range banger-ranger.
They're fighting in CT spawn.
I've never seen this fight before, especially not in a pistol. Staehr towards the beach position. Borup bounding into Kixon's Glock, which is looking
great with
like
pistols,
a
isn't he?
P250 or something in his hands. STYKO clean as the Icon to Blame, and this is going to give him a real leg up to close the gap. Apeks practically flawless on their pistol.
Both pistols. And Kixon with impact in both of them. Remember how this map kicked off over towards the platform position?
Right? Bum, bum,
exactly. And Cuban, happy against. The smiles are back. And they can draw this scoreline ever closer here. Now, do we see an Astralis Force or do we see an Astralis Eco? That's the question we're all waiting for. But look at this. Just jumping over the fence, leaping to try and chase Device down. Good work here for Apeks to convert their 7th. But it will be an Astralis full eco here. They're not going to invest anything at all. So we'll be stacking together on this A site, forming a bit of a tank formation here. It's always fun with different elevations. You know, you can make sure that...
Go around the corner and wow. Wow.
Okay.
Like Cirque du Soleil levels. This is quite impressive. I didn't know they had it in them.
This is where it gets a little bit difficult for the observer to pick the bottom guy. So if I wanted to hit... There we go. So that's perfect. There you go. Look at that. Let's just keep going through all of them.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Oh. Wow, they're quite quick, aren't they? What if I just start saying, like...
How does this look from A connector, though? What do you see? Oh, this.
Ah! Found him.
They're all
1,
A.
2, and Borup shuts him down. That's a rifle, and it's working out nicely for Astralis. I mean, they're not necessarily going to be going for the B retake, but an AK-47 in Device's hands, a MAC-10 in Buzz's, and Borup is escorting the troops back over towards the other side of the map.
I think Device should try and hold on his AK, but see if he can do some more damage.
Like, if anyone strafes out, Kixon's Galil could be added to their collection. Device is posted up, nice angle and find from Kixon, so he mitigates a lot of damage and risk. And now it's just going to be a question of whether or not they do try and chase Device down. I think he's too far gone. STYKO is on his way, and the bomb with about, what, 10 seconds left here. So it does look like STYKO will have an opportunity to perhaps find Device. He has hit his walk key now, but so has Device. So it looks like we're bringing that one through, an AK-47 bonus for the Astralis boys, and 3 kills. Not bad for a full eco.
Yeah, so he can ask himself a couple of questions here, Device. He could buy himself a glass cannon AWP and drop that AK across if they want to pull this out. And yeah, here it is again, the highlights of poor Jake and running around the corner into all 5. Decent job there for CacaNito to grab 2 before he went down. Device, yeah, he is actually going to go with that. He's going to glass cannon AWP. He's going to drop the AK over towards Buzz. With the extra cash, they can, you know, give a couple pieces of utility across the board. Everyone's got to smoke, got
smooth
flashes.
things out, right?
Yeah, Buzz could have bought a kit, and that right there is probably my biggest concern for this round for Astralis on the CT side. No defuse kit, so the 10-second defuse will be the only way they can get this one done. It's a 3-man B start with Blame over towards Dark, Buzz at the pillar, and Device. Ooh, don't worry about Device. We've got Spam in mid here.
Oh,
he's in hot water.
There is so dead. Yeah, Jacob makes sure.
How's that one feel?
Yeah, a little taste of what CacaNito was dealing with. borup is alone. He is so alone.
Oh!
He doesn't need any help. 3 in a matter of milliseconds.
That second was ridiculous.
Yeah, nuts. I thought one man solo holding the A site was ridiculous ass, but borup, he does find the triple, and he gives them an advantage now. Admittedly, it's not as exciting of an advantage into this A site retake.
But this no kit comes back into the conversation now.
You're absolutely right. I mean, if Device finds one soon, they probably will throw all of their bodies into finding the last. Okay, a taste of the barrel. Betraying Device this time. Roles are reversed and round surely won. I say as Buzz finds Nork. STYKO to clutch. He's that frag now. No kit. Reminder, Blame just needs to find him immediately. And STYKO, well aware of his win condition, just plays it nicely behind the position, using that smoke grenade to rock the clock. And Blame, he does not leave with the frag. STYKO will take the round. And Apeks tie things up 9 apiece.
Yeah, continuing the winning ways here on the T side. 3 on the trot. That is their longest winning streak on this map so far. They did it on the CT side. They managed 3 consecutive as well. But this was massive from borup here. I don't think he's aiming for Kixon.
We take it, though.
Yeah, you definitely take it. And it's a headshot, a bit of a classic for borup. People are talking about his headshot percentages. But a great clutch from STYKO, an important one because it will humble Astralis yet again back down to just this lighter investment here. They can't spend all the pennies to get out the rifles necessary. The most interesting purchase as borup with this Swag 7. But Apeks not in a rush here. Taking their time, the map control, the default spread, as you see this one. He's doing it a pretty difficult way, but hey, it works. It gets the job done.
Yeah, let's see what borup can get done with a Mag 7.
Oh, you feel robbed there.
It really does feel like daylight robbery. I mean, maybe a second Deagle shot could be enough to recover, but CacaNito will shut Device down before the damage is done.
That feels like it should have been
Mag 7
every
to
day.
the neck.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
right.
a shotgun that close to my neck.
Did the bullets maybe chewed up halfway into the wall?
Yeah.
Like 50% of the spread was in the wall, or because you can see bullets here of where they would have been shooting. But
70 damage that close.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, a little bit unfortunate there.
Well, there's the spread. There's 3 or 4 pellets that didn't quite make it into Jacob.
And it's just Blame to find here.
I love our replay ops. Sometimes it does feel like these guys are like crime scene investigators. Like, we just don't know what's going on, and they go in and they
dig
do
it
the
out.
digging. Yeah, they do the digging for us.
Well, another round with moments, right? Like that Swag 7 lands, and then Buzz still gets that kill that he picked up.
It's a different round, isn't it?
Yeah, then maybe Device finds another Deagle kill, and you have yourself an Astralis light purchase victory here. But this was a conservative round. We will see the guns come out in the next. Blame with only 9 kills to his name here. So this is where you will see him get a little bit more tested, right? Because he is going to have to help them. Well, it's a CT side. You're still going to make calls. You're still, hey, let's pressure here. Let's go for this move. But you will have a little bit more help from your teammates. Device, if he wants to go for an alt pick, players wanting to do different setups. So he won't have to do it alone. But needs to get himself in the game here. And now they're starting to yell because we know that the ITB game has come to its conclusion. You saw it pop up on your screen just moments ago. They will be eliminated here from IEM Cologne play-ins of 2023, and they go out with a bit of a whimper. And here it is again. That's what we were looking for, so yeah.
No, it was actually Jacob's bullets through the corner, so maybe the Mag 7. We're going to go to the factory and we're going to file a complaint.
Okay, well, the gun's not working properly.
If you had to guess what country the Mag 7 was from, Chad, because obviously we don't, how would we know?
I have absolutely no idea.
I know the FAMAS is French.
That's all I know as well.
Okay, Mag 7. It's from the US.
All right.
Oh, wait.
These stack nades could do some damage here. Buzz, very, very careful, my friend. You're flashed off. The nades are there and landing right on his head for 1 HP.
What?
He's on 1.
Was that 2 nades, 99 damage?
They flashed and then they double naded, and now he's just shell-shocked here. He can't move a muscle.
the Mag 7's origin is South African. I apologize
I see,
for
okay.
any gun nerds that were about to start filing a complaint.
Things I know nothing about.
No, but now we do.
Yep. We learn something new every day as Device. Knows he has to take some space here. They were just outside with the stack nades now. Sector looking clear. Kicks it with a step into 2 big kills. Buzz was easy. Sure, 1 HP, but Device, get wrecked.
Yeah, that is beautiful. It could still spiral.
Oh.
It could. It doesn't. Nice from STYKO. Anti-flash and still takes down Borup.
If that flash wasn't as deep, I think Borup gets both kills there.
He confirms 2 on A, so the rest should fall into place, right?
Well, yeah, and Nork also has constricted the rotations here, so he's hearing 1 through spawn. He might even get both kills available here. This is Apeks up to 11 rounds. This is a certainty. Blame is literally tucked in saving already. He doesn't want anything to do with this. Staehr's still over towards A. Nork very aware that a player was there, so he doesn't need to push the issue at all. They have to come to him.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, this is surely a clear that he'll investigate. It's in his interest.
I've never seen so many fights in CT Spawn and Beach in a game of Anubis before.
No, it's like the first time you get to have a real deep look at it in a match. Yeah, he's clearing this.
Is he?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. Blame's still alive.
Ooh.
Hello, and damage. That's info. STYKO coming for Staehr as well. They want to take these guns away, but look at that headshot angle. Oh, yep, headshot for STYKO. Gives Staehr a haircut. And Blame, nice angle, should be able to get away with the AK here. CacaNito hot pursuit, and Blame down. Nice find, and they're getting loud here in the studio. Can't blame them. This is for advancement here at IEM Cologne to that group stage. And, well, Apeks, they want to take us the distance. They want to take us to 3. Astralis collecting overpass and competitive first half. This is how the round started for Buzz. You can see Shell shocked after a double HE to the face and kicks in a double kill to win them that round.
Was just listening to the comms a bit there. There was someone was calling for not to buy, so I guess they're trying to establish what they're up against here. With the loss bonus maxed on out, you know that there can be some investments, but wanting to get the Mac 10 in the hands of Jacob so they can spring into action. This is going to be a B pop here.
Oh, CacaNito, does he investigate this?
They're exploding into B any moment.
Yeah. No one in the site whatsoever. He's actually considered it with a flashbang. Nice to be considered. And yeah, he's dead. Confirms 2. Blame and Buzz both in the feed from that dark side. Jacob, are you really going to jump in? You don't need to. You got the sight. You got the sight, and now you've got the fight. Brings it to Blame. 4 versus 4. Device is encroaching.
They have a smoke on Borup. The bomb's not planted for them either.
Nock's got a nice off angle for their swing. Playing that Ivy position. Will be first contact. I say that as Jacob's already gone down. Astralis threatening, imposing presence on this retake. Light on time. Borup gets the frag. If they're on the defuse, it's not planted for either of them. 10-second defuse, lads. Get your house in order. Get your house in order. 10-second defuse. Okay, Apeks hanging on by a thread. Everyone down to the explosion. But yeah, what an attempt from Astralis, considering what they brought into that. It was one hell of a mess.
Interesting way to play the post plan. I understand the thought process. It's like we don't want to be up close and personal towards these positions, but where the bomb was planted, we can see just how close this really got. That was very, very close, and they end up losing everything. And that was meant to be a little bit of an easier round for them. Regardless, it's still a round. They have a 3-round lead. They're chasing down this magic number of 16 to take us the distance in this series here today. We do have Ancient as the third and deciding map, and a map that both of these teams will be more than comfortable to play. We've seen an awful lot of Ancient out of Apeks. I guess the same for Astralis. We were talking about them even with the previous iteration of the roster. Ancient was saying that they were trying to make one of their home maps. We do have both teams now with the full guns. Now, due to all the damage Astralis just inflicted on Apeks, look at the residual cash. Even with this 3-round lead, they lose a round. Remember, their loss bonus will only be 1,400, so it is important for Apeks to try and keep this winning streak alive. Again, a 3-man B setup. Smoke's deployed. Kixon trying to apply a bit of pressure. Good map from Kixon. Up to 19 kills, leading the charge. We've been highlighting his impact throughout, and a nice little lump nade there.
I think we need to get a new stat. Utility damage received. I think Buzz, over these 3 rounds, has copped 150 damage from HEs.
Siphoning through the util here, just continuing to block over towards the dark position, make sure they can't be pressured towards B, but yet to find a CT round are the Danes. They need to break this spree.
Okay, devices all spotted out. Jacob Puffing up his chest and forces a smoke out of them. That might be enough. You can see Util juggled a new game plan emerging.
No kit again. So if Astralis lose the site once more,
thin.
yeah, these retakes are always going to be so difficult. And Buzz, again, had enough money to buy a kit, so did Staehr.
Ooh, yeah, a bit of an oopsie if they do get into the site. 3 pushing A. Are they going to go for an aggress here?
Well, they have to. They've lost mid, right? So you can see Staehr, he's turtled up. He's scared to go for this type of fight, just playing on the jiggles. They block towards Dark at a perfect timing. That means CacaNito might be here if Borup and Device continue to push, but they aren't. So the static nature of Astralis over towards A could be troublesome. We're down to the 30-second mark now. Wait, are they going back to A? They're going back to A.
And Borup's pushed through. Okay, nice catch. No info.
That's the bomb.
And CacaNito just
That wasn't the bomb. That was
spotted
Staehr.
out. Device though going to have to push for this just to be safe from the Acon wrap. Will CacaNito even consider this? They're calling A clear. Fast Staehr from flank as well. Jacob might go down or not. Quick headshot from him. Device. CacaNito bests him, and this is a completely different looking Astralis. Rumbled again, and this time flawless from Apeks.
They were destined to go B, and then just from out of nowhere, the decision came in to make that last-minute rotation, and it was absolutely perfect.
And if you're Borup, you feel hard done by on that one. You know, every cue in the book that this is going to be finished on that second letter of the alphabet as you push through, you feel responsible. You're not, but you feel responsible after getting caught by CacaNito and the A site being the final resting place for that bomb.
Okay, well, Blame, do you get to save again? You have definitely been trying to keep these guns alive. So you can see he's not a central point of the play at the moment. And when we were looking at Blame over there on Overpass on the CT side, aggressive connector, aggressive long, aggressive bathrooms, taking those type of fights here, he's having a rougher go of it. And the position he plays is a key one, but they are blocking it a lot, which is meaning they're not really getting into too many fights there, right? So need to find a way to try and activate Blame on this CT side, because this is traditionally where he does his best work. At the moment, I don't know exactly. You'd have to go and count. It feels like most of his kills have been exit or trying to save kills on this CT half. But it almost getting to the last chance for Astralis here in this map. They have gone for another buy. Famises are plenty. 2 M4s in the mix. Just going through the paces yet again are Apeks. Looking like themselves here on their own map choice.
Interesting. State of a play here with Blame and CacaNito. Ahead of the flash, and Buzz will be there to save him. Nice team play from Astralis. Frustrations for Nito. And it hangs in the balance of that spray. Well played. Device gets the bomb loose. Advantage heavily in Astralis' palms here. Looking to force the issue there. Device wanted answers.
Interesting that he's just smoked off the bomb there in a way, right? It's also have to be worrisome that it could be one way around. Like people get, wait, what is he throwing? What the hell is this? Wow, Blame. We'll draw another one here. Jacob had that mid space. Now in the dirt. It's Nork's turn, and he was great in the clutch at the major.
That's right. An absurd clutch stat for the Swedish AWPer. 2 though. And with the AWP, yeah, just unready, unprepared for that Blame off angle.
And he was involved in more duels in this round, right? It wasn't so late round. He had that exchange early. Buzz had to finish off that frag, but he had done the majority of the damage there over towards Dark, and then rotating around, he had a couple of nice shots. So good stuff from Blame. It can be difficult, you know, there's certain positions that you play that are meant to be like active fragging roles, but if you're just zoning out or they're just like leaving you, then it can become really difficult to find the fights you're looking for. And that's when we go deeper. When you hear players say, you want to play our game, or, you know, that's what we're talking about. The fights on your terms, you
Right.
dictating, you deciding when, the comfortable fights for you, what works for you in practice. And a timeout has been called here for yet another conversation. Apeks can buy, but it'll be 3 Khalils instead of the AKs. Plenty of nades yet again, and Astralis have kept this to just that 3-round buffer by getting their first CT round. It was a long time between drinks. This is how Overpass started.
Right.
7 consecutive.
And there's pace behind CacaNito's
Can't go
push.
through that.
Yeah, held at bay by the flames, and a smoke will obscure his advance.
That's a bit more of a shallow molly than what you see. Most people molly a bit deeper so that they can't drop out the window. They've mollied so you can't push up and fight the doors.
And it's interesting as well because you can see that there was a smoke, a T-smoke that landed towards Temple side mid, which was, I'd imagine, part of CacaNito's push and pressure towards that mid side, completely cancelled.
It's a deep angle from Borup here. You can see he trusts his aim playing a position like this.
STYKO, his first challenge. Playing and sticking with it as the bait comes in. Device is firing off shots. They are committing. CacaNito onto the AWP. Staehr response, perfect chance, but held nicely at bay by Apeks. Everyone aware of the potential and the vulnerabilities.
Oh,
Could have been nice dunk as well. Saw the low HP. Kicks in just 14. And yeah, backwards turned on Jacob going hunting a bit early.
does that lure them
yeah,
back
look,
into this?
look at
Yeah.
this.
And look at all the nades on Buzz. There's a chance of this if they're pretty tactful with the util. Oh, and they're overstepping the mark. They're getting lazy in the post plant.
They thought this was theirs, and now what was 4v2? Oh, Nork softened up as well. Buzz still got plenty of nades to play. Flash high, safe from it. Nork should have one. Hits the shot. Blame in the clutch. No time for this. A threatening approach. And it's costly for the Apeks players, but Blame will try and leave with the rifle, as will they. Nork and Kixon trying to hold on. And they will. Just about not only leave with the round, but their rifles. 14, 2 away from taking us to our third.
That
Ancient.
would have almost been as bad as that full eco loss that they had on Overpass, right? If they were ending up giving that one away because people were getting overzealous in a post plant. Love this, the lurk smoke, nice gap for CacaNito to work with. But you were bang on. The fact that they were all aware of what threats they needed to take, that was really good because you get people who get a little bit glued, right? They're trying to all take the same fights here. If you can win your respective duel, close down those angles a whole lot quicker. STYKO happy with that one, so is the coach. And well, timeout called. This will be the third here from Astralis. They've really run out of options, it feels like. I don't speak Danish, so
I thought I heard it's only Apeks. Let's go.
well, that's what it could have been, but hey, that would be an interesting way to fire up your team in the middle of a match as you're down
As you're
14
losing,
to 10.
if anything, yeah, you're really playing with fire there.
Yeah, it is only Apeks.
Then you lose the next one. It's only Apeks,
It is only
guys.
Apeks, though. Oh, no. Or, well, that's the thing. Maybe it just sounded.
Yeah.
decent then.
Yeah.
But I like this. We'll
He could
our
have said,
interpretation.
throw the Apeks, you know, the Dan Madasclair.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Give him the Apeks,
Hit
boys.
with the Apeks. Okay, I thought we were going to see a little one-tap goodie from our Norwegian on the screen. Jacob.
I love the fact that Apeks aren't always necessarily in a rush. Like, if you wait out a lot of this CT default utility and you can play contact, we can see that they're puffing up their chest. They blocked A aggressively, but Borup has to play mid with Staehr because they're playing another 3B setup. And as they take B long control, Staehr and Borup worried about mid. They're quite truly about to walk 5 players in towards an empty bomb site.
They've just called be clear.
Yeah, you have to save. Don't push through it. Don't push through it. Just save.
Too good.
Just
Too
save.
good. So that's going to be, what, asking for 5 in a row? What a perfect call from Apeks. They found the path of least resistance. And Staehr, yeah, I can understand trying to find something through the smoke, but a 5-man retake? That's just asking to do the impossible hard mode, and then you'd be, you know, you look how many people are working with $0 if they had to rebuy.
Now, if I'm Borup, I'd have a crack. Because if I die,
Sure.
someone else can drop me an M4. Max lost as I get this bloody Famus out of my hands here. But Device very committed here. Hard angle to clear, one that most overlook, and looks like STYKO will. So Borup does go down, but Device will only get one and done. Felt like a little bit more was available there. So they still might be able to hold on to 3 rifles. That'll be okay. Max loss bonus. We can get a couple of drops from Staehr, Blame, or Buzz. Wow. Rifles in the hands of everybody here, but Apeks looking to pick this one up, and you can hear them surging and finding their voice again, and we return to the conversation. CacaNito coming into this team, replacing that of JL, left on his own accord to go to Na'Vi, and the general consensus is CacaNito's a good player. There shouldn't be too much of a drop-off from Apeks, and now we have a series that is going to go the distance, and I'm very happy we get to finish this on Ancient coming up next. You can see it top right-hand side of your screen. If these rounds continue exactly as they have, Astralis only 1 CT round so far, has been very bleak on their defense. Let's see if they've got that source left. Is Buzz aggressive through the smoke? Having a look at a bit of a one-way here.
This could be very exciting for the Astralis campaign. Jacob, he's aware. He's alert.
Barrel blocked.
Well, left's looking a bit foolish there, Buzz. The aggressive push through and above the smoke leaves them in a disadvantage. Ancient 4 kills away for the Apeks squad to equalize in this best of 3. For progression to that group stage.
Interesting. They flashed through just to get Blame out. They're going to lose A again. Look at Borup. Don't worry about Borup. Worry about
Precise.
Blame. It's all over. Pack her up, boys. We're going to map 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have to be one hell of a trip over their own shoelaces to not find the final flourish here. Kingston bringing the bomb to join Jacob. CacaNito knocking on Dark and Staehr. Oh, spotted by the gap. It's all Jacob in this one. 3 frags. Tying them into a third map. Device, what have you got for us? One and done. Kingston confirms it. It's just a matter of time. borup walking to his demise, and we will see Ancient, Apeks, and Astralis locking horns and tied up. A map each. We will have to separate them over on Ancient, and a competitive series ahead.